Let's talk about 5 investments you can venture into in this year 2026. Now, actually, I'm going to mention the sixth one as a bonus, and that one is a game changer. Not so many people know about this already. I'm going to mention it, then I'll create a separate video for it so that you can understand. But meanwhile, let's talk about these 5 investments. Now, let's take a look at them in no particular order, and I'm going to start with the first one, which is FGN savings bonds. Now, federal government savings bonds is a loan to the government, and this is a guaranteed investment. Now, it's for those that are conservative investors. When I say conservative, it means those that have low risk appetite, that can't afford to take so much risk on their investment, and the return is guaranteed. It's not a high risk investment, and the government guarantees you that your interest will be given to you as it's when due. Now, one thing about this interest is that you're going to get it 4 times in a year, which means your interest is going to be split into 4 and it's going to be given to you every quarter in a year. So you can run this for 2 years or you can run it for 3 years, depending on the one you choose. And you continue to get your interest every quarter, either for the next 2 years or for the next 3 years. Another thing is it has a low entry. With as low as 5,000 naira, you can get started with federal government savings bonds. If you have further questions on FGN savings bonds or you want my free course on FGN savings bonds, let me know in the comment section and we'll move to the next one. The other one I'm going to be talking about in no particular order is Treasury bills. Now let's take a look at it. Treasury bills are also government securities for short-term investors. So if you're looking at investing for just 90 days, 180 days, 1 year, then Treasury bills is for you. If you're a conservative investor, you don't like to take so much risk on your investments, Treasury bills is for you. If you want predictable income and not a guesswork, you want to be sure that if this investment is promising me 18%, then I'm going to get 18% and not 12% or 22%. Then you're talking about Treasury bills. One beautiful thing about Treasury bills is that you earn upfront. So you get your interest the moment you're investing, then your initial capital you get when you want to redeem your investment. Now, like I said, it's for low risk or conservative investors. Your interest is guaranteed, and with as low as 10,000 naira, you can get started with Treasury bills. And that takes me to the third one, which is mutual funds, and I'm going to be talking about money market funds. Like I said, I'm going to be talking about money market fund. Now, money market fund is under the umbrella mutual funds, and we have different types of mutual funds. If you want to know the types of mutual funds we have and the one that works for you, let me know in the comment section. I'm going to send you the link to an explanatory video on how to choose the best mutual funds for you. But for the sake of this video, I'm going to be talking about MMF. MMF is one investment basket that is good for all types of investors. Either you're a high risk taker or you're a low risk taker, you can actually invest in money market fund. But if you want a very high risk, high reward, then money market fund is not for you. Money market fund is not a high risk investment, but the return is reasonable. Either you're a high risk taker or a low risk taker that wants a moderate return. Now, you get daily interest. That means your interest accrues daily. Unlike your savings accounts where you get your interest at the end of the month and the interest is not even reasonable. Reason being that you can make easy withdrawals when it comes to money market fund. So long you can lock your funds for 14 to 30 days depending on the platform that you use. And also with money market fund, with MMF, you get your interest every day. Now, this is your go-to investment for your emergency fund. This is also good for savings because it gives you better returns. If you want to know more about MMF, how to get started, also ask me in the comment section and I'll be glad to share with you. And now, on to the fourth one. Now, let's talk about REITs, which is Real Estate Investment Trust. With Real Estate Investment Trust, you have the opportunity to earn rental income without owning a physical property. So with this, you don't have to go through the stress of tenants, courts, fighting, renovations. You don't have to go through all of that stress, and yet you still earn your rental income on a yearly basis. There's room for capital appreciation the same way your land appreciates, and you also get dividends the same way you get rental income. Now, one thing about REITs is that it has a very low entry such that anyone can get started. With as little as 1,000 naira, you can get started with REITs. Now, starting with 1,000 does not mean you have to remain there, but it's advisable you start with a reasonable amount. Now, if you want to know more about REITs, how to get started, where to buy REITs, let me also know in the comment section. I already have a free video on it and I'll be glad to share with you. Like I said, 2026, we're making money and we move to the fifth one. Now, let's talk about shares and stocks. When we talk about shares and stocks, from the word share, it means you own a share of a particular company, now of real businesses. That means you are buying into a part of a real business. It's not like MMM, it's not like CBEX, it's not like all those businesses or investments that you can't tell what is actually about. With stocks and shares, these are real day-to-day businesses. Now, this is for investors that are growth-oriented. So if you love capital appreciation a lot, then shares and stocks is for you. If you're also a dividend lover, you want to earn while you sleep, then investing in stocks and shares is for you. Like I said, with stocks and shares, you own a real business. But one thing with stocks and shares is that it's a higher risk, higher return investment. It's actually a medium to high risk investment with a higher return. Now, does that mean that if you're a low risk person, you cannot invest in stocks? Not exactly, but you find the type of stocks you can invest in, which means there are some stocks you might be able to invest in, while there are some that you might not want to invest in. With stocks and shares, it's for both short-term investors and also for long-term investors. It's for beginner investors, it's for professionals, it's for institutional investors. Stocks and shares is for everybody. The only thing is that you have to know what to do and you have to do it right. So how do you get started with investing in shares and stocks? First thing is you open a brokerage account, you fund the account, then you begin to buy stocks. But one thing I realize that most people find challenging is even after funding the account, they've got the money, the knowledge is not there. They don't know how to pick the stocks that is suitable for them. Why? Because before you buy a stock, you have to consider your risk level, your age, your income, your time horizon. There are so many things that you have to consider before you can even decide on which stock fits you particularly. The best investments you can make is to invest in knowledge. Now, because of how elaborate investing in stocks and shares is, and because it's also a high risk, high reward investment, we put together a course that can help you from one stage to another when it comes to investing in shares and stocks. And if you'd like to take the course, I'm going to leave the link in the comment section. So feel free to take the course so that you can buy the stock that fits you exactly. At the beginning of the video, I said that I was going to mention one more investment that you invest in 2026, and I was just going to mention it, while in another video later, we're going to be talking about how to invest in it. And the last one is gold. Investing in gold. This is one thing from one year to another has consistently increased, and so many people have not even realized what investing in gold is. I hear some people say that oil is the new gold, agriculture is the new gold, but now we are talking about the gold itself. So the gold is gold, and that is one thing we are also going to put our money in 2026. If you like this video so far, give it a like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you don't get to miss any of the videos that can multiply your money in the year 2026. I'll see you in my next video, and stay blessed.